Bayern Munich have a very important winter window in front of them with a lot of key decisions to make. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Talking Bayern, the one-stop shop for Bayern Munich content on YouTube. Today we'll be discussing my winter window predictions for Bayern. So obviously a lot of key decisions to make here. Obviously Bayern are looking pretty good. Obviously 9 points ahead in the table going into the halfway point, the Hinrunde in the Bundesliga season. So I'm feeling pretty good domestically. Obviously we're out of the Pokal, but all things considered, Nagelsmann is doing a great job in my opinion, and I think everybody else should at least think he's doing at least a pretty solid job. Maybe not perfect, but pretty dang close. At this point, obviously, we're pretty confident, especially for Champions League. I think we have to be one of the top 3 teams considered at this point, especially that we're playing Salzburg. It should be a very favorable matchup. We should be heading on to the quarterfinals without too many problems. So, this is another real chance we have here at, maybe a double, maybe a Bundesliga title and a Champions League winning season, which would be an excellent season for us. If we don't win the Champions League, of course, it would be disappointing, but you can't win it every single year. We won it 2 years ago, so I'm very happy with the team right now, and honestly, we're seeing some key contributors like Corentin, Tolisso, and Mark Rocca, some players we didn't expect to have much of a part this season, playing a pretty solid part in the end of that first half. But of course, going into the predictions, sadly, I'm going to predict Tolisso leaving in this offseason. I think we're going to try to sell him. If we can't sell him, he obviously will leave in the summer, so it's tough. I would like to, maybe have like 5 mil for him. I'm not sure what he'll be at this point, because obviously he could leave on a free after January, so we'll see if the team is willing to pay for him. If not, I think regardless of what happens, Tolisso will be leaving in the summer, if not in the winter. But honestly, I think if we can't bring anybody new, I think he could play a very big part for us. Obviously, we needed him here, and obviously, hopefully, that COVID fiasco doesn't happen again. Hopefully, Sabitzer and Kretzky aren't injured again, but I think he did play a very big part coming to the end of this halfway point, and obviously, if we lose him in the second half, that could be detrimental, of course, if the same kind of thing happens. But at the end of the day, I do predict Tolisso to leave. If not in the winter window, then definitely in the summer window, sadly. He had a bit of a tough time at Bayern. Obviously, the injury trouble and trying to get match fit with players like Goretzka and Kimmich. Playing it over, he was always going to be hard. So, sadly, I think Tolisso's going to leave. Another player I can see leaving in this winter window would be Mark Rocca. I know he's been mentioning this, and obviously he's not happy with the playtime. But obviously, things might have changed there at the end. I know there was talks of him leaving, but of course, that was before he got that start. Honestly, he impressed in that start, and I think a lot of Bayern fans were very impressed, especially with his ball playing, and even kind of defensively. So, we'll see what people think. I think Mark Rocca could leave this window. Maybe things have changed since then, but, if Tolisso leaves, I think Mark Rocca has better chances of getting playtime, and maybe he changes his mind a bit. Maybe both of them leave, so it's really important. If one of them does leave, I think there's definitely a better chance that the other one will stay, but obviously Mark Rocca has a contract for a while, so it's obviously very less possible that he's going to leave, and obviously Tolisso is more likely to leave, but still, anything can happen here. Another bold prediction I'm going to make here is that Bayern will make no signings in the winter window. And this might be a controversial one because obviously we're going for a Champions League run. We were very, very depleted in this first half, but honestly, the players we had made things work. I know Tolisso and Rocca were the ones making things work, and they might be leaving, but still, honestly, we got through the first half. Apart from the Pokal game, if we don't lose that game against Gladbach, people are saying was one of our best seasons ever. But of course, that was a major loss, and it can't be forgotten. It has to be taken note of. But still, I think it's been a very, very successful season so far, and I think we might not have to make any signings. I thought, maybe we would just have to sign a right back, because obviously Bundesliga is a very, very poor player for Bayern Munich standards, as well as Benjamin Pavard, who was really struggling there for a while, especially with that red card. And honestly, he was struggling there for quite some time, but it seems like he's turned around the last few games. He obviously said he was dealing with some personal problems. Pavard's been inconsistent in the past, but I know, Neuer had that season where he had that off the pitch problems, and he recovered, so we'll see what happens. I think Pavard will stay, and I think that we won't make any signings because of this, because if we can see Pavard continuously improve and get that form back up, I don't think there's a need for us to get right back, especially with Stanisic rising as well. I do not think we're going to make a center mid signing either. I mean, unless Rocca and Tolisso both leave, I don't see us making a center mid signing. I can see us making that signing in the summer for a free possibly, but I don't see us making that signing right now. I just don't see it. I think the board has already said they're pretty happy with what they have right now. We're doing well, and I know people are very, very tight in the budget at Bayern, especially right now because of COVID. I just don't see us making a signings window. I don't know who would be. I just don't see it happening, honestly. Maybe a shocker pick like Hoffman. could come in, but I don't know. I just don't see it. Let me know what you guys think. Another prediction I have for the winter window is that Niklas Sule will not resign. This is a sad one because I really do want him to stay. I think he's been one of our top defenders up there with Hernandez and Davies this season. I know he hasn't been playing every single game, but I thought Sule's been playing very, very solid. He can play right back as well, so there's not really any reason we shouldn't resign this guy. I know he's had some problems here. I heard some things that he might have been getting bullied by other players in the team. I don't want to see that kind of thing happen. Obviously, I'm not sure exactly what happened, and it's been very kind of under the wraps what was happening there. I really hope Niklas Sule does resign, of course. I know we're going to look to Rudiger if Sule doesn't resign, but I know we are definitely prioritizing trying to bring in Sule. I just don't see it happening. I know I really, really, really do want it to happen. I really do hope it does happen because I do love Sule. I think he's a great player. I think he's underrated. I definitely think he's one of our best defenders, and I would hate to see him leave, especially on a free. I think that would be very, very bad. But honestly, I don't want to be negative here, but I can see it happening. There's only a few months left, and I just don't see it happening. He could leave on a free, after January, and then who knows what happens at that point. My last prediction for this winter window is that, obviously it couldn't just happen in the winter window, but my prediction for the next couple months is that Kingsley Coman will extend his contract, because reports have turned around and said that, Coman's actually doing much better and we're much closer to a deal than previously expected. Obviously, he sees Gnabry and Sané are doing well. Maybe he thinks, hey, maybe I'm not as good as I thought. Maybe they need me less than I thought I did. And maybe he's just realized that he doesn't have the pull in that negotiation that he thought he did. So, he could be in a little bit of trouble. Maybe the negotiations aren't going the way he was expecting, and maybe kind of what he's hearing in the market isn't what he was thinking. Who knows? Obviously, his agent is talking to him and kind of seeing what's out there. I can see Coman leaving, but I do think he will extend. It might not be another long-term extension. Maybe just another year or 2 years. But I think he will extend this contract in the next few months. We'll have to see. At the end of the day, these are my predictions. These aren't what I want. I want Sule to resign really badly. I'd love Coman to be sold for a high rate or extend, but I don't want to see either of these players leave on a free, especially Sule. So obviously the next few weeks are going to be very, very key for Bayern. Hopefully the players get rested and we can kind of analyze our situation. But hopefully we see great things from Bayern in the new year. I know we can definitely make a solid Champions League run. We'll see what kind of players we have in that run because that could definitely shake up in the next month. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it insightful. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more Bayern Munich content like this in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you on the next one. Until then, mia se mia.